Hello students, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. From the previous lectures we have started with the revision. In the last lecture I took revision of chapter number 1, that is linear equations in two variables. Today I am taking revision of chapter 2, that is quadratic equations. So let us start with the revision. Here in this chapter we are going to see the following topics. First is quadratic equations. Its introduction means what is meaning of quadratic equation. Then we are going to see methods of solving quadratic equations. Then nature of roots of quadratic equations. Relation between roots and coefficients. This particular topic is removed for this year. It is reduced. And application of quadratic equation means word problems. Okay, so in general I am going to discuss now. So let us start. First of all, let us see standard form of the quadratic equation. You know that the equation which is having one variable and having 2 as the maximum index of the variable is called quadratic equation. Okay, so when the index is 2, we called it as a quadratic. Okay, so the general form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c they are real numbers. But the condition is what? A cannot be 0. Because if A is 0, then the equation will not be a quadratic equation. Its index will not be 2. Okay. So this way it's compulsory that A cannot be 0. B and C can be 0, but A cannot be 0. Then next is roots of quadratic equation. In the last year we have studied polynomials. There we have seen what is the meaning of root. So here also for quadratic equation we can have maximum 2 roots. So the values of the variable which satisfy the equation or the value for which both the sides of the equation are equal, they are called as solutions or roots of that equation. Okay, that means for particular value of x, if both the sides of equations are equal, then we say that that value of x is the root of that particular quadratic equation. Based on this, there is practice set 2.1, okay, which we have solved. Question number 1 is very easy. It's open-ended question. Write any two quadratic equations. In here, decide which of the following are quadratic equations. Here you have to convert the equations in the standard form, and then you need to write that it is quadratic or not. For example, this is in standard form and it's a quadratic equation. Why? Because the highest index is 2 and variable also is 1. Here also, if you change the side, you are going to get the standard form of quadratic equation. So this is also quadratic equation. Why? Because the highest index is 2 and we have only one variable y here. Now see here, y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. Here at present we can see that the index is 2, but we cannot have variable in denominator. So when we multiply by y here, the index is going to become 3. So it is not a quadratic equation. Okay, so this way you are going to check. Here you will open the bracket and then you will check whether it is quadratic equation or not. Okay, so two conditions, only one variable should be there and the highest index should be 2. Then third one, write the following equations in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and write the values of a, b, c for each equation. That means you need to take all the terms on left hand side and you have to write down is equal to 0. For example, this y square will shift this side and it will become y square plus 2y minus 10 is equal to 0. And from that you can write down the values of a, b, c. All these questions we have discussed. Here you have to expand the bracket and convert to standard form and then you can write down the answers. Okay. Next, question number 4. Determine whether the values given against the quadratic equation are roots of the equation. So here what you have to do, whenever the word determine comes or check comes or whether word comes, then you have to solve only LHS. start always with LHS is equal to. Write down LHS, put the value of x there and check whether it is equal to RHS or not. If it is equal to RHS, then that particular value is equation. For example, if you put here x is equal to 1. So here 1, here 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. You get it as equal to RHS. So you can say that x is equal to 1 is the solution of the quadratic equation or root of the quadratic equation. This way you can solve it. Okay. Then question number 5. See, for question number 5 and 6 they are same. Question number 5 is direct question while question number 6 is based on activity. You know that question number 2a and 3a they are based on activity. So here whenever you want to find the unknown and the one of the root is provided, that value you can put here in place of the variable. Like see here, one of the roots of the quadratic equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. So this is the root given that you are going to write here. Minus 7 upon 5 is a root of a quadratic equation, and therefore put m is equal to minus 7 upon 5. These two numbers you are going to write, same number you are going to write here. It means the variable we are going to replace by that root, and afterwards solve it to get the value of unknown. Okay, so exactly similar questions. Next, solution of quadratic equation by factorization. Here you have to find the answer by splitting the middle term. You have to split middle term. For that purpose I have taken one example here. See, okay, this is the question. 5m squared is equal to 22m plus 15. First of all, convert it to the standard form. That means take all the terms to the left hand side and write down equal to 0. Then you have to multiply the first and the last term. Minus 15 into 5. What you are going to get? Minus 75. And since the last term is negative, you will think of subtraction. Two numbers whose multiplication is 75 and difference is 22. Okay, so we know the numbers 25 and 3. So this middle term is split as minus 25m plus 3m. When you are having minus sign here the terms will have opposite signs. One is negative, one is positive, and that sign depends on the middle term. If middle term is negative, bigger number will be negative. If middle term is positive, bigger number will be positive. So this is called as splitting middle term. Then you have to do the groups. This is one group and this is another group. So what is common here? You can see that 5 and m is common. So that 5m is taken out common, and inside the bracket you have m minus 5. Here you will observe that 3 is common. Okay. So again in the bracket you will get m minus 5. So here now you can see m minus 5 and m minus 5 is common. So write it as one bracket, and in another bracket write down the remaining terms, that is 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. So this way you got factors. That is why this method is called as factorization method. You are finding the factors of the given quadratic equation, and then you know that when multiplication of two numbers is 0, then either of the number is 0. That means if AB is equal to 0, then A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. So we can write either or here. So m minus 5 is equal to 0 or 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. And from that we get the answer as m is equal to 5 or m is equal to minus 3 upon 5. So this way we got two roots here. Okay. Then next, solution of quadratic equation by completing square method, which was a little bit difficult. It is removed. Please take a note of that. Page number 37 is cancelled for this particular year. Same for the next page number 38 also is cancelled. Then The next problem set 2.3 is also cancelled because it is based on completing square method and that method only is removed. Next, the next method is formula to solve the quadratic equation. So here formula is given to us and we have to use that formula to solve the equation. So for the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, condition you know, a is not equal to 0. So here the formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now here plus and minus is given. So when we write plus here, the root is called as alpha. And when we write minus here in between, the root is called as beta. So we will find that the terms are exactly same except the middle term is different. Okay. So this way the formula is given and directly we have to use this formula to solve the quadratic equations. Okay. So page number 42 is cancelled again. Take a note of that. For more information it was given, but it is cancelled. Next is practice set 2.4, which is based on the formula method. Here the first is very easy. That is actually we have in the 2.1 that write in general form and write the values of ABC. For example, this is general form. So here A is 1, B is minus 7 and C is 5. So this way you have to write only the values of ABC. And question number 2, solve using formula. Okay. So these are the questions given. From that also I have taken one example. So I have taken question number 5 because here we have fraction. Okay. Y square plus 1 upon 3y is equal to 2. So we don't want this fraction. So let us multiply the whole equation or both the sides by 3. So when we multiply it, we get 3y square plus y is equal to 6. Then write the equation in standard form. Okay, so take 6 on the left hand side. So we wrote on the standard form. Afterwards, we can compare it with the standard form and from that we can write values of A, B and C. Then in formula we have seen there is a term in under root. So to make the answer simple, we have to find that term which is under root, that is called as discriminant, you know that. So we will find value of b square minus 4ac first, so that it will not become complicated afterwards when we put in the formula. So here b is 1, so 1 square minus 4 into a is 3 into c is minus 6. So 1 square is 1 and this negative is going to give us positive. So 4 3s are 12 and 12 6 are 72. So 1 plus 72 is 73. This way first we have found out value of b square minus 4ac. Afterwards we are going to use the formula. You have to write down the formula as it is. Only take the variable according to the question. Now since the variable is y here, we are writing y is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So put the values. This minus sign as it is, value of b is 1 plus or minus under root 73 because this value already we have found out. So directly you can put it here. If you are not finding earlier and if you are putting directly here, then you need to go on doing calculations in every steps and unnecessary steps will increase. So better find this b square minus 4ac in the beginning only. Okay. So all these values are put here. So minus 1 plus or minus root 73 upon 6. Then separate. Once you write the plus sign, once you write the minus sign. This way you are going to get two roots by using the formula method. Okay. So this is easy method. Only thing is that you should by heart the formula. Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the formula which you must know. Let us go further then. Nature of roots of quadratic equation. So just now we have seen this formula. Okay, x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac is equal upon 2a. So here, these are the two different roots. One is called as alpha, other is called as beta. But nature of the root of the quadratic equation, it is determined by this value, b square minus 4ac, and this b square minus 4ac is called as discriminant of the quadratic equation, and always it is denoted by Greek letter delta. So when we find this value b square minus 4ac, there are three possibilities. Either that delta, that means b square minus 4ac is 0. So if it is becoming 0, then what we are going to get here? Minus b upon 2a. So we are going to get only one root. That means the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal. Both the roots are same. Then the second possibility, that this delta, it can be positive. That means greater than 0. So if it is greater than 0, then the roots of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. Why? Because now we have the second irrational part also. So we are going to get two different roots. Once we are going to take plus, once we are going to take minus. So here the roots of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. To be more specific, if you get this number as a perfect square, then the roots will be rational. And if you are not getting this number as a perfect square, then the roots will be irrational. Okay? And finally, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means if it is negative, then the roots of the quadratic equations are not real, because in under the root we cannot have negative number, because we have already studied that square is never negative. So square cannot be negative. Therefore, if you get the value of delta negative, then the roots of the equation are not real. Okay, so this way we can determine the nature of the roots of quadratic equation just by finding the value of discriminant delta. Correct? Then further, page number 46, the relation between the roots of the quadratic equation and coefficients. As I told in the beginning, this particular topic again is removed. It is deleted for this year. Okay, so take a note of this. Page number 47 also is cancelled based on that. Then the next is to obtain a quadratic equation having given roots. That means what? What we have seen up till now, the quadratic equation is given, and from that we are finding the roots by using different methods. But now what if the roots are provided? Like see, we have seen alpha is one root and beta is other root. So if the values of alpha and beta are provided and we want to find out the quadratic equation, then what we should do? So in that case, here directly the equation is provided to us. How we are going to find out the equation? So the equation is written as x square minus addition of two roots into x plus products of the roots is equal to 0. Addition of the roots means what? Alpha plus beta, you can see here. And product of the roots means what? Alpha beta. Okay. So if two roots are provided, we can directly write down the equation. Okay. So then practice set 2.5. So here question number 1 is very easy. You can see here the value of discriminant is provided. Here it is plus 5 and here it is minus 5. And you have to write down nature of the roots. So in first case delta is positive. That means the roots of the equation are real and unequal. And when it is negative, the roots are not real. So you have to write down accordingly. Okay. Then here you have to write down quadratic equation. Sum of the roots is given and product of the roots is given. Just now we have seen how the equation will be x square minus sum of the roots into x. Okay. Plus product of the roots. So here also minus and outside also minus. So what we are going to get it as x square plus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. This way you can write down the equation. Then question number 3 is cancelled, which is based on the relationship between the roots and coefficient. Question number 2 is very easy. Find the value of discriminant. That means you have to find the value of b square minus 4ac. From the given equation, you can write down values of a, b and c, and from that you can write the value of discriminant, or you can find the value of discriminant. Okay. Next, determine the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. Just one more step extra here. Find delta, discriminant, and just check whether it is positive, negative or 0. If it is 0, the roots are real and equal. If it is positive, the roots are real and unequal. If it is negative, no real roots. So accordingly, you can write it down. Okay. Then question number 4. Form the quadratic equation from the roots given below. So one is alpha and other is beta. So find out alpha plus beta. Find out alpha beta. And put in that equation. What was the equation? X square minus inside the bracket alpha plus beta outside the bracket x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. You have seen that. See here. You have to put it here. Okay. Alpha plus beta you find. Alpha beta you find. And just replace here to get the answer. This is alpha and this is beta. So this is also a simple thing. You can do it. Question number 5 and question number 6 are cancelled based on that relationship. So cancelled. 7th one. The roots of each of the following quadratic equations are real and equal. What is meaning of this real and equal? That the discriminant delta is 0. We have seen the conditions for the nature of the roots. So here, since it is given real and equal, we know that discriminant delta, that is b square minus 4ac, is 0. So make use of this condition and find value of k. Okay. Next is application. Application of quadratic equation, that means the word problems based on the quadratic equations. Okay. So here the important thing is what? You have to frame two equations. And then, you have to frame quadratic equation. In linear, you are going to frame two equations. You are going to frame a quadratic equation. That means you are going to take only one unknown variable. Like in previous chapter, we used to take two different variables. Here we are going to take only one variable, and from that you are going to frame the equation. Okay. So like first question, the product of Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence is 84. Find her present age. What you are going to do here in this case is you are going to take the present age, which is us. This present age you are going to take as x. Okay. Present age you will take as x. I am sorry, this is not written properly. Then the Pragati's age 2 years ago, what you will get? X minus 2, and 3 year hence means x plus 3, and its product is 84. Okay. So this way you are going to write, and then after solving the bracket you are going to get the quadratic equation here. Okay. So like way you are going to solve it. Okay. So this way you will frame the equation, quadratic equation, and then you are going to solve it. So see, second question also is given here, like here the sum of squares of two consecutive natural numbers. I told you the correction here, even natural numbers. The correct word should be what here? Even natural numbers. So the numbers are x and x plus 2, and then you can find it out. Okay. So make a correction here. Here the word should be even natural numbers. Two consecutive even natural numbers. Then third one is activity. Here already it is given that what you will take as x, and from that you can write the remaining things, and you can frame the quadratic equation, solve it, and write down the answer. Okay. So this way you are going to complete the word problems. Then problem set 2. All the MCQs are discussed by me. Already we have tick marked it. From that, 6th MCQ is cancelled, which is based on the that relation between the roots and coefficients. So that particular is cancelled here. So you also cancel it. Then next, question number 2 onwards, all the questions are very similar. Here you have to check which are the quadratic equations or not. Here you have to find the value of discriminant. Here one root is given and you have to find k. So similar questions are given. Here the roots are given and you have to frame the equation, means alpha and beta is given and you need to frame the equation. Here you have to determine the nature, means find the discriminant and check. Then solving the equations, quadratic equations, you can solve by any method. They have not specified the method here, so it is up to you. You can use formula method, you can use the factorization method. Then here the real and equal roots which we have discussed, that means delta is equal to 0. Then the sum of two roots, here the word problems are starting, and from that question number 10 and 11, question number 10 is cancelled, not 11, only question number 10 is cancelled, which is little bit different or which is based on the same, that is what the relationship between the coefficients and the roots. So that particular question number 10 is cancelled, and remaining nearly all the questions I have discussed when I have completed the chapter. Okay, so this way you are going to revise chapter number 2. Try to solve the problems. As I have said, if you have queries, you can ask the question on WhatsApp group. I will give the written solution there. Okay, I will always try to give you the answers of your queries. So if you have any queries related to this particular chapter, you can ask me. Okay, like for third online assessment, you have to prepare for all the 4 lessons which are completed, chapter number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you have to prepare for each and everything. Even you have to prepare for the extra questions which are out of text, because here you know that in the board exams the questions which are out of text, they are asked. Okay, higher order thinking skill questions are asked, HOTS are asked. So you have to prepare for HOTS also. You cannot say that the question was not from the textbook, how teacher you gave for the online assessment. No. So any question based on the taught topics can come here. It can be from the textbook, it can be from the outside the textbook. Okay, so be prepared for that. I hope you have understood all the instructions. So students, today we are stopping here. In the next lecture, I will take revision of third chapter, that is arithmetic progression. Till that, stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself and start studying for third online assessment. Go on practicing each and every sum. Try to keep in mind all the formulas, try to understand them. All the concepts should be clear in your mind. If you know the formula, if you know the method, it is possible for you to solve any type of question. So there is no question of grumbling that this is not from text or not from textbook, this is outside. You have to prepare for all. Okay students, thank you.